Early summer. The year is 9/11 of the new dawn. Spring eased into summer. Blooms bloomed, the flies flew, and birds stole seeds and shoots from the recently sowed fields. The hamlet of Ooze was alive with the bustle of a market, and a horse. The horse rampaged up and down the track that divided the hamlet in half. People screamed and scattered as it succeeded in demolishing the fruit and vegetable stall by rearing up and belly flopping onto it. It moved on to the butcher's wagon, from which a host of blue bottles beat a hasty retreat when the wild stallion again raised up on its hind legs, bringing its forehoofs down onto the rancid display of blood and offal. By demolishing these two displays, it destroyed the market in its entirety. The horse walked calmly away and began to nibble thatch from the roof of a small wattle and door building. Crushed vegetables dripped from around its belly whilst it chomped. A worm-holed shutter burst open, smashing against the wall, splintering at its hinges, causing the horse to bat a single eyelid, before pulling off a large strip of thatch and wolfing it down in one. "Get off there, you raving old mule!" screeched the old crone from out the window, drowning out the cries of distress from the two stall holders and the 9 customers. Seething, the crone, ravaged by age and a hard life, inadvertently spat a tooth at the horse, to no good effect. "Ah, 'twas one of those tooths were! Give it back, you filthy ass!" she screeched. Nonchalantly, the horse turned away and wandered off along the deeply scarred track, apparently satisfied with its morning's work. "Pike! Pike! You need to mend me roof! That blessed mule's eaten it again!" She spat blood out of the window and slammed shut the shutter. The final splinters holding it in place gave way. It fell into a dried up rut, smashing as it landed. "Now he's broken me shutter and all!" Pike stepped into the small house from the doorway in the back wall. He'd heard the commotion, but hadn't bothered to venture around to the front to investigate. Why should he? It happened so often, it was obvious what was going on. He glanced over at the old woman. "I told you not to slam that thing, didn't I?" He scratched his chin. Flakes of dried skin cascaded onto the straw-covered floor. "I said not to speak of that creature like that. You'll have the wrath of the gods bearing down on you." "You told us no such tripe, you idiot boy. How's I going to sleep with that thing open all night, eh?" "It's all right, Grandma," he sighed. "I'll fix it on again." "And the roof?" "Yep, and the roof." "Oh, there's my little tiddler. He's not so big as he forgets his old gran, is he?" She stepped towards him, arms outstretched for a hug, shrivelled lips puckering for a kiss, blood and spittle oozing from their corners. Pike dodged around her, taking 3 short paces from the centre of the room to the open window. "Oh, Grandma, don't be soft. Well, why do you talk like that anyway? No one else round here talks like you do." "Lived here all my life, I have. Babe and girl and woman and all. How many others round here can say that, eh?" Difficult. Let me think. Yep, got it. Every full-grown woman in Ooze. No one moves in, no one moves out. We've all lived here all our lives. "Bah!" snapped the old woman. "Always the same argument. I'm going to my room." "You're in your room. This is it. There's nothing more. Ground floor yours, upstairs for visitors. Not that you get any." "Well, I'll take to my bed then," she huffed, sitting on a low, sack-covered pile of straw that lay behind a rough wooden ladder, which led up to a rickety platform in the roof space. "You do that, Gran. I'll nip home and get my tools." Pike left by the rear door and headed to his home about 40 adult feet away. He reflected on his grandmother's words. Tiddler, she'd called him. Hadn't heard that in a while. He was always called Tiddler when he was smaller, and he thought it would be a term of endearment. That is, until the day he met Morlock the Warlock at the Fertility Stone. Since then he'd wondered about it. He wondered even more when he reached his 14th year, and everyone except for Grandma started to call him Fish. Pike arrived home. From behind a water butt at the back of the small homestead, he grabbed a calfskin bag containing his tools, and then went round the front of the house to find his mother. She was sitting on an upturned bucket, chewing on a piece of straw and gazing idly into space. Remembering Morlock's words, he could contain himself no longer. "I heard that all life started in the ocean." His mother, a thick-set woman with lank dark hair, wearing a long sackcloth dress, a white apron, and half a watermelon skin as a bonnet, looked at him and sighed. "Ho! So how do we get here then?" "The ocean is many miles from here. Fish don't have legs. Never heard of a flying fish. It's nonsense, boy. Don't we get these ideas?" "What about me? Am I fish-like?" His mother spluttered. "Get away with you, lad. Fish like you? Nah. Well, actually, I know as a loving mother I shouldn't really say this, but, no, of course not." "So why does everyone call me Fish?" "Because you're my little tiddler, and now you've all grown up." "But a tiddler is a small..." "Fish! I know, but it wasn't meant like that." "Why, you were just a small babe, you were. You were my tiddler, so helpless and tiny. A nostalgic tear rolled down her left cheek. Pike's mouth opened and closed, but words failed to come out. He was often struck dumb by parental logic. His mother glared at him. "Stop gaping, boy! You look like a trout." Spurred on by the insult, the question that had haunted him for more than half his life bubbled to the surface. Mum, what's an ocean?